Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. We are going to level 1-6. And this is where it's really going to get pretty hairy. Do you want to continue your current game or restart the level? Restart the level, I guess. We never really started it the first time though, did we? Yeah, so at this point it's still pretty simple. You guys row flowers up here, but as you can see we're running out of space. We only have 6 spaces for flowers. That's going to be the maximum number of different flowers you can choose. And when you get later in the game, you're going to have, like, probably 30, 40 different flowers to choose from, and you're just going to have to choose 6 or 7 or 8 out of, because you're going to be able to extend this to get more slots for flowers. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and stick this right here, because I can see a zombie coming, and this just, to me, they're so cheap that they're actually really useful. And they make for good early defense, so you can get your sunflowers established. I don't care too much about getting my Peashooters established because they're really expensive, and at this point I think the sunflowers are more important. So it's better just to try and, you know, use your, you know, TSD, or I don't even know my own. Oh, achievement. Oh, good lord, achievement unlocked. As you can see though, these recharge extremely slowly. But they recharge fast enough that you can get one out for each zombie for the first 2 or 3 anyway. Which gives you time to build up a good stock supply of sun here. And this should be pretty good, I think. So now pretty much the 6th part of any world is going to be really easy. World 1-6, World 2-6. It goes back to, it's like Pac-Man. When the level changes, the color of the maze, it gets back to being really easy for a little bit. But then it starts ramping up the difficulty a little bit more quickly than before. Sometimes if you don't know where to put a pea shooter, you might just want to wait till you see the zombie. So you don't risk putting it in the wrong row and then him having time to get closer to you while you're recharging, waiting to put it on the right row. But as you can see, it doesn't take too long to recharge the pea shooters, and we should have plenty of to take that guy out right there without having to use a cherry bomb and waste our sun. And excuse me, throat. Ah, I see we got one coming up here too now, so we're gonna probably want to put a second one here on row 1, and he's done. And once again, we have the potato mine set up here. We can just go ahead and put this in right here, so if something does happen to come along the 4th row, it doesn't become an emergency. Okay, these guys with the javelins, these guys are a problem. So what I would recommend is probably put a walnut out here like this, forcing him to get rid of it. Because otherwise, he's going to jump over the first flower he comes up on. And if that was a flower that was intended to kill him, then he might make it past that flower. And then you got yourself a problem. So, and those, you're going to have to watch out for those because they are really problematic early in the game like this. I'm going to go ahead and set another one out here. I think actually right there. I'm not sure if there was really a point to doing that, but we don't seem to have any problems anywhere else. So there comes another one here. Yeah, we're looking pretty good here. We'll go ahead and set up some defense here just for the hell of it. Boing, boing, boing. Yeah, those guys can be so annoying. Even in the later levels, when they throw those guys at you, it's just like... They're not too hard to kill, as you can see. They go down pretty quickly here. They only take like 10 hits, but and it's funny how they fall, too. It's so hilarious. We're going to need a second pea shooter there, and well, let's keep up with your sun, too. I mean, we're doing good on sun. We'll go ahead and set one of these out for the hell of it. Because, hey, what else are you going to do, right? This right here. So now we have 2 rows of pea shooters on each row. We're looking pretty good. Now, another interesting thing that I probably shouldn't bring up until later, but there are some plants that you can put directly behind a walnut, and they will still affect the zombies, even from, like, plants that seemingly would only affect the squares right next to them, can actually affect zombies over here. We'll get into that a little bit more later, because it's kind of hard to explain right now. But as you can see, it's pretty much a standard issue here. Kapow. There'll be a lot more of the temporary items, TSPPs later. Temporary solution to permanent problem. Okay, this right here. I have mixed feelings about these. They're okay, I guess, but the thing is, if you're playing on an older computer, they cause a lot of lag. Now, I imagine on a new computer that won't be so bad, but... And as you can see, you will still have all 6 of our slots, but now all 6 of our slots are filled. And so pretty much you're just going to start the same round. You know, you're going to start off the round the same way you did last time. pretty much just start with the same setup you did last time, except you may do things slightly differently, but I'm pretty much going to do the same thing I did before. Once again, recharging Potato Mine, he's ready to go. So put him on the row where the first zombie is, and that'll buy us time. So now we don't have to do anything until the second zombie comes out. And by then, this will probably be recharged, so we can just set up another one for him. And this is how you're going to want to start your, first several levels like this. I mean, pretty much any level in the game, you're going to want to start by establishing a good amount of sunflowers, so you got some income there to buy your weapons with, to command your army and all that, so it's good smooth sailing there. Alright, Potato Mine, that's what those are called. Potato Mine, these are walnuts, cherry bombs. These are snow peas, actually. What they actually do is, well, as you probably can imagine, they slow down zombies. And they pretty much do the same damage as a normal Pea Shooter, but, like I said, on the old computer they caused a lot of lag. I'm not sure, they probably won't cause too much on this one. But I'm just not really a big fan of them, because you can only freeze one zombie at a time. There's no, like, splash damage or any of that, so let's go ahead and start building up a defense here. I'll use some for the heck of it, but see, the thing is they're expensive too. That's the other thing about them that I don't like, is that it takes a lot of sun to plant one, but it's pretty much as good as a regular Pea Shooter. So, and it gives you a chance to, put more things out there, because it's less time waiting for things to recharge, because they're both recharging at the same time. So that is another thing to consider, We got one Pea Shooter, and I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to set this right here. And once again, just play around with stuff. Put stuff out there if you can. I mean, like I said, don't spam it, but at the same time, if you have the option, why not? I mean, this guy probably would have gotten a little too far if I hadn't stopped him with the walnut. He's going to get through that walnut, or through quite a bit of it. Bum, 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 bum. This guy might actually get to the mine before the Pea Shooter wipes him out. I don't know yet. Set that right there. We'll try and use some more of these icy ones. Oh, look at that. We got a javelin guy. Yeah, this guy's going to make it to the mine. Go and set a mine up here. The mines are so cheap that it's like, how could you not use them, Especially as long as you know that they have time to recharge and everything like that, so... Yeah, you can play it any way you want. I mean, you can do it any way. That's what's so great about this game, though. That's what I... Oh, okay, now as you can see, the snow pea slowed him down, which can help, and as you see, he has no more HP with the javelin than he does without it. A lot of zombies, as you'll see later on, they carry items like newspapers or screen doors as a shield, and they can oftentimes be extremely difficult to destroy their shields and get around them. And the guys with the newspapers especially, once you destroy their shield, their newspaper, they start coming at you really fast. So that'll be something to watch out for probably later in this level, as a matter of fact. We'll set up a snow pea here. We got too much, too much sun and nothing to do with it. Well, I mean, not really. We're using our sun, so that's good. And I guess if you have too much sun, then it's not an issue with these guys being expensive. But, any more than 2 Pea Shooters this early in the game is pretty much overkill. But, what else are you gonna do, though, If you got the money for it, you might as well. You might find me referring to sunshine as money sometimes, too, simply because it is your main form of currency for purchasing artillery to do your bidding here. I don't know why I put that there, because, well, there's one more on the 4th row. He's just going to get wiped out anyway, so it doesn't even matter. We'll put that there. I haven't used a cherry bomb yet. I don't know. Usually I save the cherry bombs for the final wave anyway, but, as long as you have them, I mean, what the hell. It's like Darth Vader, or Dark Helmet says, smoke if you got him. So, shall we? As you can see, any kind of zombie, one shot kills him. So that's very handy. Yeah, we pretty much got a good defense going here. There's nothing's gonna get through that. Especially if we start throwing out more Pea Shooters, then it's like, shoot. I mean, they're not even getting like halfway into the screen, so... As I said, these early levels are just pathetically easy, but the difficulty is going to ramp up, and very soon. In the next video, you'll see there'll be a lot of shit we'll have to deal with that we didn't have to deal with before. And it's gonna be messy, I'll tell you that. Thank you for not blowing up my mine. Oh, he made it over the thing. Now see, this right here is something that he just made it over that walnut. I wasn't really paying attention there, or I might have done something about that. Sometimes you just don't realize that the zombies are getting close. Like right here, we got two on top of each other. They're both going to be working on this walnut at the same time, which means the walnut's only going to hold up for half as long. Obviously, since we had enough artillery, we were able to knock him down. But still, now that the thing's recharged, might as well, bam, do that. Just do whatever you feel like doing, it doesn't matter, really. Let's put stuff out there, have fun, go ape. And nothing's gonna stop you, right? You know, if you want to, you can just line up walnuts all the way out here if you want to. You know, and just have an entire row stop right here dead in their tracks. The problem is, there's gonna be so many zombies coming out at once, they're gonna eat it up right away. I'm pretty sure the snow peas actually slow down their eating as well. But at a certain point. As you can see, though, sometimes they still make it pretty far up the screen. I mean, you know, it's not an entirely impenetrable defense we have here, but there aren't enough zombies here to really justify doing anything extreme. And this wave is pretty much just about wiped out, so... Aha! There's our next plan. Now, this is one of my favorites right here. I'm definitely going to be using this one a lot in the game. It has its disadvantages, I will tell you that. I will concede that. It has extreme disadvantages, such as only being able to eat one zombie at a time. Now, you have to choose your plants, because we only have 6 slots, but we have 7 different kinds of plants here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to skip on the snow pea, because it's pointless, and we're going to get our sun started. So once again, we're back at the beginning of a round. You have to start all over building your yard, but that's kind of what's so great about it, is you get to start back at the beginning and just level up all over again. It builds your fortress all over again. It may seem like counterproductive, like just when you're building something up, then you gotta start all over again. But that's always the most fun part of the game anyway, right? You know, the first few stages, getting it all out there. And that's what you're doing here. You're starting from scratch over and over again and saying, okay, what different ways can I build? Like, you don't have to sit there and wonder, what if I built it this way or that way? You can actually, you know, try different things in each level. So, I'll explain more about these plants when we get... They're not too expensive. They're expensive enough that you don't want to just throw them out any old way but loose, but... Still, we should probably get a Pea Shooter going here. Pea Shooters, ultimately, although you start to get several different kinds of plants, Pea Shooters are still your primary defense, and still probably the most useful flower that you will plant on your field for some time. So, you know... Get them out there, and get your sunflower. Well, the sunflowers are your most useful, obviously, but then second in line would be Pea Shooters. And there will be different versions of Pea Shooters, like you saw the snow pea. There's also one that spits 2 peas at once. We'll see that pretty shortly here. And, ooh, this might be bad here. We got one with a cone. Let's see, once again, I mean, you know, we'll put that right there. This down here, another Pea Shooter right there. Yeah, it's all about micromanagement. Well, not micromanagement, but mega management, actually, because you're going to be managing multiple rows. So do what you got to do. Get a second one going here before this guy has a chance to... I don't know, that might be too soon. No, we're okay, we got it. 2 more, come on, get him, thank you. That's good. They won't eat your plants once their heads are gone, so don't worry about that. For now, we're pretty much just doing the elementary thing here. I'll show you more about these plants right here these new ones that I got. I just want to build up some sun first. Oh no! Okay, this level introduces a new kind of zombie, the ones with the pails on their heads. Now, these guys have a lot of HP, and even 2 Pea Shooters would not be enough to take him out. If you watch closely, the pail will slightly change, but it won't be to its final stage until it's their eyes popping out from under it. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that right now, because those guys are a problem. And those guys take a long time to kill. Pea Shooters pretty much won't be very useful against them. However, Chompers will, and I'll explain that very shortly. And I keep saying that, I'll explain that very shortly, and then I'm just sitting here putting it off, trying to, you know, prolong the foreplay. I almost wish I'd put out one more sunflower. You might find yourself needing more than 5 in some of these later stages, just wanting to have more sun at your disposal. Because if you lose flowers, that's pretty much, you gotta make that up somehow. And, you know, sunlight's the only way you're gonna get those flowers built back up again. So if you don't have some sunlight in reserve in case that happens, which in my case it probably won't, especially this early in the game, but still, he might get to that mine before it regenerates. Oh man, he just regenerated just in time. Or he activated just in time. A huge wave of zombies is approaching. Well, let's prepare then. And this is the final wave, okay. Alright, let's see if we can find one of those with a pail, and I'll show you how to deal with them. Okay, right here. This is a Chomper. 150 sun for a Chomper. But watch what happens when the zombie gets to him. One hit kill, just like that. Now, the disadvantage to these plants, obviously, is that he's going to be chewing on that thing for quite a while. It's about 30 seconds is how, I don't know, 25 to 30 seconds is about how long it takes for him to swallow that thing. And then once he swallows him, he'll be ready to eat another zombie. But all the time that he's sitting there chewing that zombie, he's going to be vulnerable to, you know, zombies that are coming for him any more than one zombie right up there together. And you might have a problem with these guys. But there's a way around that, and hopefully we can get into that by the end of this video. So, let's see what we got here. There are so many good plans in this game, I never know which ones to choose. We'll use the sunflower. Okay, now this is actually a repeater, which is like a pea shooter, but it fires 2 peas at a time. I'm actually going to skip the pea shooter and replace it with the pea shooter, even though it's expensive. Now, it's kind of, you're taking kind of a risk there when you do that, because now you have no defense other than a pea shooter, no defense other than these temporary solutions, these TSPPs, as I said. So what we're going to have to do is, and this is why I like the approach of putting mines out early, or using the mines to take care of the first several zombies, so that way you have time to build up your sun. Because, you know, like I said, ultimately that's what you need to do. What I'll probably do is put out like 7 or 8 sunflowers on this one so you can see what a difference it makes. Because we have plenty of things to stop them if we need to do that, so... Boom, boom, 6. So already we're looking at, you know, massively different numbers when it comes to sun. We're going to have a lot more of it. So stick another one out here. That'll take care of the first 2. What I'm going to do is when the 3rd zombie comes out, I'm going to put one of these out to eat it. And then I'll show you what to do about the fact that he's stuck there eating it. I mean, it's kind of obvious, actually. But you know how I was talking earlier about these walnuts, and how sometimes if a plant only affects the zombie in the square next to it, it can work through the walnut? Well, this is one of those cases. You can put out a walnut like this, and put one of these plants behind it. And when the zombie goes to start eating the walnut, he can eat him. And while he's eating him, while you're waiting for him to swallow this zombie, he'll be fully protected by the walnut. So that makes for an interesting defensive strategy. And this is what I mean by using certain plants to work together, while the chompers and the walnuts work very well together. But as you can see, we still have no defense against this guy coming up here. So what are we going to do about that? Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and plant. I should have done that sooner, but I wasn't really thinking. I was too busy explaining this crap up here. That might not get there in time. We might have a problem here. If we do all this cherry bombing. But as you can see, 8 sunflowers, we already have 625 sun. So it shouldn't be a problem to, Yes, okay, alright, we're set, except for this guy right here. We'll go ahead and put out a repeater, what the hey. As you can see, a repeater fires at the same rate as a pea shooter, but twice as many peas. So, good defense. He also charges up really fast, so you can put another one out right away. And now all of a sudden, you've got the same defense as 2 rows of pea shooters, but it only takes up 1 row, which gives you more room to do other stuff. So that's why I skipped on the pea shooter, because I didn't see the point in having it there if it was just going to be taking up room, when I could use that same space for pea shooters. And this right here is pretty much going to take care of these rows for a while. See, both of these plants are already ready to go for any more zombies that show up. So already, right now, just off of what we have here, we have a defense that is pretty much gonna last us at least halfway into the level. But I'll go ahead and put some of these up just to make sure. So that way, if you get a zombie, if you get a second zombie behind this one or this one, that starts eating on that walnut while he's busy chewing the other one, you'll have this guy back here to shoot him while that's happening, so, you know, you won't have too many problems. Like, for instance, right here. See, this plant can't eat that zombie because he's chewing the other one. So, lucky thing we had the repeater there to take care of him. But I love this this is one of my favorite strategies in the game right here. Is, Chomper behind a walnut, or a tall nut. It works with tall nuts, too, when you see them. Yeah, might as well put 10 sunflowers out, what the hell. Let's see, right here. Get this javelin. These javelin guys are fast, too, so you're gonna be watching out for that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. There was really no point to that, but, well, what the heck, we're just trying to get through the level a little faster here. Now, if you put a plant out for one of these guys, see, he'll jump over it. So there are times, that's why, I mean, these javelin guys can be a royal pain in the ass. But if I'd had a walnut in front of him, he would have jumped over the walnut and then gotten eaten by the plant. So that would have been okay. But right now, okay, this defense is looking bad here. These two, that's a bad combination to have out here. So I'm going to put that up. Because I guarantee you, even the repeater's not going to take care of this guy. He might get it to where the bucket is back behind his eye. But as you can see, that's 10 hits, that's 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I mean, it took that many hits just to get the bucket to its next stage. Like, I don't even know if you could tell there, but, you know, the buckets have different looks to them based on how much damage they've taken. They look different. So, yeah. As you can see, we got a pretty solid defense here, and we got 1150 sun, so I mean, we got more than enough sun to do anything we want to do, so long as it's recharged, so, you know, start putting stuff out there, who cares, you know, whatever, just anything. This guy's chewing, and he's eating on the walnut, but fortunately, we have repeaters firing on that. You could actually put, if you wanted to, you could put 2 plants in a row like this, or even that, if you wanted to. This could be, I've never tried this before, like a mine in front of a plant. I would guess that he would probably eat the first zombie before they got to the mine, and then the second one would get hit by the mine. Because the mine's not going to destroy your plants, so there's that too. Well, that was stupid. He's going to eat that before it gets a chance to activate. This walnut's almost eaten right here. So if you want to, if you have a walnut that's almost eaten and you have nowhere else you want to put one, you can take the shovel, dig up the walnut, and replace it with a fresh one so that he's back to full life again, and then just keep putting out your repeaters, whatever you want to do. Looks like we got one more wave, but cherry bomb's ready to go, so definitely not going to be a problem here. Or if you want, you just start spamming plants like crazy. I mean, at this point, I figure why not? I mean, it's the final wave. You might as well have fun. Just do what you can. See, these recharge really fast too. So you just set this right here, eat a zombie, and it doesn't even matter if he gets eaten, which he probably will. He didn't. But as you can see, they won't stand up to it. And so that's the end of level 1-9. Before you go to level 110, you'll get a letter. So that was pretty fun. Hello, we are about to launch an all-out attack on your house. Sincerely, the zombies. And once again, we're at a multiple of 5 here. Levels 1-5, levels 1-10. As I said before, these are different type of levels. So, and I love these. These are my favorite levels to play in the game. I have no idea why. Because these levels really force you to play on their terms. So, basically, you get plants appear up here, and you put them out on the lawn anywhere you want to, but you have to use what they give you. So I'm going to go ahead and stick a repeater right there. That's good. There's 2 zombies here. We might as well take these out now. And get your defenses started. You won't need sunflowers in this level because obviously you're not using sun to get your plants. You're just using what they give you here. And they almost always give you plenty of cherry bomb. I mean, look at this. We got 2 cherry bombs already. So, and we got these plans right here, so, you know. I like to start with just regular defense first, let these build up here. And we got a snow pea right there. I guess we could put one, well, put this out here with this in front of it. There we go, our rows are covered now. I mean, that right there is probably enough defense to last the rest of the round, but... well, what the hey, we're gonna have a whole nother rest of the round to play, so might as well put stuff out there. We'll put this right here and that in front of that. Yeah, they're not getting through this. Which row needs the most help? I don't know. Once again, great music on these levels. Just... okay, this guy's taking... okay, now you can see his eye popping out from under the bucket. This guy's taking a lot of damage here. So we might actually manage to get this guy's bucket off of his head, but as you can see, it takes several dozen hits for that to happen, like probably 30 hits. I'm not sure what the exact HP count is. I could probably look it up, though. When you figure 1 HP per P that hits them. And as you can see, I'm starting to get a massive defense going here already, despite, you know, how little time has gone by. Normally it would take a lot of sun to build a defense like this. But in these rounds, they just give it to you, you know, you can put it down. You have to use what they give you, but the fact is they give you so much that eventually you just have the entire lawn filled with stuff and nothing to do with it, so it's like, you know, half the time they're not even going to get to you because you have repeaters and Peter eaters and all this stuff. And cherry bombs at the wazoo, just whatever you want to do. Huge wave of zombies again. What else is new there? See, 3 rows now. 3 rows of artillery. I mean, that's ridiculous. We might as well put these out. We can deal. And cherry bomb. Cherry bomb. Oh, great. We got more. That's lovely. Now we're starting on a 4th row here, so cherry bomb. Cherry bomb. Just to get them out of here and clear the way for more stuff to come in. But as you see, I mean, it's like, what else are you gonna do with all this stuff? I have no idea. Like, that actually didn't do me any good right there because now they're blocked away from being able to be eaten by the plants. Good lord, 3 javelin guys in a row. What the heck, dude? These guys are so lame. I think the snow peas may actually do a little bit of splash damage if the zombies are close enough together. Okay, now watch this guy down here in the bottom. He's gonna eat this plant. Because he vaulted over the walnut. Okay, he didn't get a chance to because the repeaters killed him. I got 3 repeaters on this row. No wonder he did. But he had a chance there to eat that plant because he was stuck preoccupied eating another zombie. But, yeah, I guess it's not a bad idea to have 2 rows of walnuts in case of these javelin guys coming in and messing your crap up. Now we have 5 rows, going on 5 rows here. Crap. It's just ridiculous, man. That's why I love these levels. They start to get so cluttered and you got so much going on the screen. And just everywhere you look, just action. 2 bucket zombies killed right there. He's gonna eat that plant now. Will he? No, he might not last. Nope, he didn't last. Nice. But now we're so full, where the screen's literally full of plants now. I mean, what else are you gonna do? I mean, you might as well put stuff out there. Now I got nowhere to put my cherry bombs. I just wanted to show what it looks like for one plant to get eaten, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen because the defense is so huge. Which one of these will get eaten first? Okay. Okay, a couple of these. Yeah, these are getting eaten here. But as you can see, even with the huge defense, they'll still get through whatever's here, and probably whatever's here if it's not walnuts. Skidoo! And was that the final waves? Let's go ahead and finish it off. Boom. And there's your next flower. This flower is very, very important. As you can see, it costs 0 sun. There's a reason for that. This is a puff shroom. It shoots short-range spores at the enemy. And guess what, folks? Evening, Capri Sun. Those zombies just won't let up, will they? You'll notice that fighting zombies at night is different than in the day. For one, you won't get any sun falling from the sky. You can still get sun from sunflowers, and lucky for you, you got yourself some puff shrooms. Plant as many of those as you can, and you'll be A-O good. So there you go, there's pretty much your explanation for how that's going to work. You have to make sure you have these in your artillery when you start World 2-1, but we're not going to do that until next time, because I'm out of time yet again, and oh my god, that must have been a 20-minute video! Alright, so next time on Plants vs. Zombies, we do level 2-1. See you guys later.